Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Top Crypto Bull here once again to update you guys on your daily Bitcoin update. We're also going to talk about the FOMC meeting, see what Jerome Powell said today. Alright, I was just doing a little audio test, but it looks like the audio is working, so everything's good. Like I said, today was the FOMC meeting. Looks like Jerome Powell did not cut rates today. He kept everything the same. He didn't cut rates. He didn't raise rates. So basically the market's just going sideways. Bitcoin was right around 96,300 when he announced that he wasn't gonna do nothing. And right now, at the time of recording, it's 96,284. So it's basically just been going sideways. It went up a little bit to like 96.7, then it went back down. So we're just going sideways. Couple $100 down, couple $100 up, but we're basically at the same exact 96,300. Like we started at 11:30 p.m. here in Pacific time. 11:30 a.m. Pacific time, and I believe it was 2:30 p.m. Eastern time here in the United States when he announced that he was not going to cut rates. So definitely, the market is just going sideways. It looks like it was just a nothing burger, this rate decision. That's what I thought it was going to be. I just thought, nothing really was going to happen, because, the market already expected, that Jerome Powell wasn't going to cut rates. So definitely, nothing, basically came out of it. Everything is just going sideways. Ethereum is at 1797. There's no change. Here, let's see what the last hour is here. Yep, there's basically no change at all. Give me 1 second. What happened here? Whoa. 1 second here. Let me go to CoinMarketCap. Okay, so the Bitcoin price is 96,429 right now at the time of recording. Ethereum is right at $1,800. XRP is at $2.11. We got BNB at $5.99. There's basically been no change. Solana's at $1.46. Doge is at 17 cents. TRX Tron is at 24 cents. ADA is at 65 cents. SUI is at 327. So everything's just going sideways. Basically, no change at all for the last hour. Really no movement. So it looks like it was a big old nothing burger, like I said. So that's what we got, from the rates. Now, as you guys know, Donald Trump met today with the Prime Minister of Canada. It looks like it got heated a little bit. Donald Trump was being Donald Trump. He was trying to say, that Canada, benefits a lot from the trade with the USA, and that the USA doesn't really benefit anything from Canada. He says that he doesn't want cars from Canada. He doesn't want steel from Canada. He doesn't want anything from Canada, basically. The only thing Donald Trump wants is for the United States to take over Canada. He wants... Whoops, sorry about that. I had to cough. Again, sorry about that. I had to cough real quick. Like I was saying, Donald Trump just wants, Canada to become the 51st state for the U.S. So he wants, Canada to be the 51st state for the USA. That's what, Donald Trump wants, Canada to be. But it got a little bit heated because the Prime Minister of Canada, he didn't really like that. You could see it in his face expression. He was like, no, we're not going to become the 51st state. So definitely they were not agreeing in that. But other than that, you guys know that, that the India and Pakistan, war is escalating. It looks like, yesterday, India attacked, Pakistan, and it looks like Pakistan retaliated, and they're both nuclear powers. So, things are, looking to escalate. It looks like it. And, I wouldn't, doubt, it wouldn't surprise me by the end of 2025, we have, World War III in our hands. And I believe right now it's not going to be called World War III, but we already got a lot of wars going on. I mean, we got the Ukraine-Russia war going on. We got the Israel, Iran and Hamas war going on. And now we have the India and, Pakistan war going on. So what's next? Are we gonna get the China, attacking Taiwan war? I wouldn't doubt it. It could happen at any time, and that's probably when the USA will come in as soon as China attacks Taiwan, because the USA protects Taiwan. So that's probably when the U.S. will step in, and then once the USA goes into war, then that's probably when they'll call it World War III. That's when they'll call it officially World War III. But for now, it's not called World War III. But I wouldn't doubt if they do call it World War III. As soon as the USA gets involved somehow, either by protecting Taiwan if China does attack Taiwan, or maybe they'll step in, and help Israel. Who knows what will happen? I don't really know. I don't really know about warring like that. But I just know, I got a feeling that we'll probably see World War III by the end of the year of 2025. But hopefully that doesn't happen, though. I mean, I really don't want there to be war. I mean, war is not good for anybody. I mean, it's not good for anybody to die. But things are looking like things are going to escalate, though. Especially with the tariff wars, that might lead to more tension, cause some more tension between China and the USA. So it might lead to like an actual war. But we'll see what happens. But right now, it's not a war, and hopefully it stays like that. So let's see. Let's check in on Bitcoin again. Current price of Bitcoin is still $96,290. So nothing's really changed. $96,295. It's just going sideways. It looks like Bitcoin is just going sideways. Okay. $96,301. So yeah, it's really moving really slow. It's kind of just stalled out. 96,306. So yep, just completely going sideways. The fear and greed is at neutral. It's at 53. The total market cap is at $2.96 trillion for the whole market cap, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the stablecoin and all the stablecoins and altcoins. And let me see what we got here. The altcoin index is at 27. So basically, everything is just going sideways. Looks like Jerome Powell didn't scare anybody, but he didn't excite anybody either. So he wasn't neither bullish nor hawkish. So everything is just kind of at a standstill. We'll see what happens later tonight or tomorrow. Maybe we'll start rallying, or maybe we'll start dropping. We will see. But if you're not in the market, if you're still waiting for lower prices, I don't think we'll get too much of a dip. We might get a small dip, maybe to 90K or 88K. I think the lowest we would go, if we do see another dip, is about $88,000 for Bitcoin. And that'll make the altcoins drop a little bit. Maybe like another 5, 10, 15%, but not much more than that. So if you're waiting for a super dip on Bitcoin or the altcoins, I think they're pretty much at good price right now. Not financial advice. Nothing I say is financial advice. But right now, would be a good time, to get into crypto if you're not already in it. Again, not financial advice. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. I mean, do your own research and only invest in the markets where you're willing to lose. So definitely, not financial advice. So like I was saying, let me see here. Let me go to, there are some cryptos, that I'm buying right now. like I says in the title, 5 microcap coins. You know, you don't have to buy them. I don't, recommend anybody to buy or sell anything. I'm just telling you, 5 cryptos that I'm buying right now, or that I already bought, and I keep DCing into. My number 1 pick right now for microcap is Aria, with the ticker ARIA. It's an AI agent. It's American made. Current price of it is 0.00158. It's definitely, been doing really good the last 30 months. It hasn't really, dropped down in price. The lowest, it got in the last 3 months was 0.00308, and that was in April 7th, I believe. Let me see. Yep, it was February 25th. That was right after, actually February 12th also. From February 12th to February 25th, it ranged right around 308, and that was as lowest it got. That was in February after Trump announced his Trump tariffs, and it started to spook the market. But after that, a lot of the altcoins, they corrected, like 90% or more. But Aria, it's in the green. Ever since February, it's up. Right now it's at 0.0015, so it's actually, up 100%, from 0.008 at the time of recording. So definitely, my number 1 pick is Aria because, it's been holding strong. It's shown to be a really strong crypto. Again, it did not correct the last 3 months, while all the other altcoins, they corrected like 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Some coins even did 90% since, the local top came in, in late January, basically when Donald Trump, took office. That's when, Bitcoin topped off, I believe it was right around like January 20 something. It topped off right around 109K. And ever since then, it downtrended all the way to 74,000. It hit 74K on April 8th, April 9th, right around there. And, and that's when most of the altcoins hit their low too. But not Aria, Aria on April, on April 8th, let's see what the price, Aria on April 8th was 0.0013. So it actually was in the green. So that's why, Aria is my number 1 pick. It's only a 1,433,000 market cap, so $1.4 million market cap. The total supply and max supply is 1 billion, and the circulating supply is 899.7 million. So basically, 90% of the supply is in circulation, so you don't have to worry about the team dumping on you. And in case you don't know, Aria is a fully autonomous AI Twitch streamer brought to life by the Synchroverse team. She's built on a proprietary AI engine and SDK, which enables her to interact with her environment and respond to input in real time. She can also stream herself from inside a game, something that hasn't been accomplished in Web 2 or Web 3. The Synchroverse team plans on turning Aria into a full-fledged influencer on X, Twitch, and YouTube. The goal is to onboard millions of people into Web 3 by showing the possibilities of AI and crypto gaming. So yeah, she's basically an influencer. She talks about crypto, and she also plays games. So she's got the AI crypto narrative, AI agent crypto narrative, and she's also got a gaming narrative. So she's got 2 narratives going on there. So definitely that's why I'm very bullish on Aria. Don't miss out on Aria. Right now you can only buy it in DEXs, like Radium, Phantom, and those kind of DEXs. And the ticker is ARIA. So don't miss out on Aria. Only a $1.4 million market cap. I do believe it could do at least a 50x this cycle. So it could get to at least $50 million market cap. It'll be right under a 50x, but it might even go up to a $100 million market cap if we're lucky. But I could see it going, somewhere between 50 million and 100 million at the top of the board on this cycle. And so that's my number 1 pick. My second pick for microcap, coins that I'm buying right now is Wisp. It's called Whispers, but the ticker is Wisp. It's spelled WHISP. It's also, you could buy it, on DEXs at Gradium, and you could also buy it on LBank. So it does have, an exchange listing on LBank. So that's pretty good, for a microcap. Let's see, the current market cap right now is $637,000. So it's under $1 million. It's actually less than Aria on the market cap. You can't go wrong with it. The total supply and max supply is the same at 1 billion, and the circulating supply is also the same 1 billion. So all the supply is circulating, so you don't have to worry about the team, dumping on you or anything like that. And Wisp is basically a Web3 agents orchestration protocol that selects the most suitable agent for any given task and dynamically picks the best option for multiple agents in real time, ensuring seamless and efficient execution of crypto operations. We see AI agents and the future of Web3. Whispers is an open protocol that lets developers build, orchestrate, and embed AI agents, making blockchain accessible for everyone. So, I'm definitely very bullish on Wisp. Don't miss out on it. It's down like over 95% from its all-time high. So, the move to the upside, the potential to the upside is massive. Let's see real quick, the all-time high, this one was 3.5 cents. And, the all-time low was 3041. So, right now at the current price, it's about, 98% down from the current all-time high. The all-time high was 3.5 cents, and right now the current price is 0.00063. So 3.3063. So, if this thing got to 6 cents, it could definitely 100x. And that would just be, a little bit over its all-time high. So definitely don't miss out on Wisp. Again, with the ticker WHISP. WHISP. Can't go wrong with it. I do think it'll have massive gains this cycle. That's my number 2 pick. My number 3 pick right now is Leah. Now Leah is down massively, from its all-time high. It did really good, on the first AI run that we had, in late 2024, November 2024 and December 24, when all the AI agent coins, ran up. Right now the current market cap at Leah is $3 million market cap. Total supply and max supply is 1 billion, and the circulating supply is 1 billion as well. So you don't have to worry about the team dumping on you. Current price is 0.003, and the all-time high is 0.025, so 2.5 cents, and the all-time low is 0.00075. So right now we're 88% down from the current, all-time high, and we're 300% up from the current all-time low. So it's basically, pretty close to the low, only a $3 million market cap. It's got massive potential. The Apple app, the iPhone app, the Apple app is due to come out in Q2 of this year. So sometime, pretty soon, we're gonna get the Leah AI app on Apple, and you'll be able to to download the Leah AI app, and you'll be able to chat with her. Right now only people who hold Leah tokens could talk to her, but pretty soon everybody who downloads it from the Apple Store will be able to chat and talk to her. In the case you don't know, she's kind of like ChatGPT but better, because she's a visual AI agent. She moves, she has face expression, she has her own personality. She's kind of sassy. She's basically an automated artificial intelligence with its own personality, and interacts with users in a unique way in response to mentions, offerings, a personalized experience. Leah aims to make artificial intelligence accessible and engaging for all by integrating features that allow users to explore its in-depth thoughts and responses. For more information, the users can visit the official website at leahai.org. So definitely, don't miss out on Leah. She's kind of like ChatGPT, very knowledgeable.
She knows a lot about crypto, and if you talk to her, yeah, if you wouldn't know she's a AI agent, you would think she's just like another person. So Leah AI, she's very very human-like. So definitely, that's why I'm very bullish on Leah AI. She's my number 3 pick. Again, don't miss out on Leah AI. Only a $3 million market cap. She could probably do a 50x or 100x. The same as Aria, and also the same as Wisp. I forgot to mention it when I was going over Wisp, but I do believe Wisp could do anywhere between a 50 to 100x. I think these microcaps, they could all do anywhere between 50 to 100x. That's what I'm letting you guys know right now, in case you're late in the game, or you have some some extra dry powder, and you were wondering what might be a good pick. That's what I'm buying, at least. That's what I'm picking. Again, it's not financial advice. Don't buy or sell any coin because I say so or because anybody says so. This is just what I'm doing. Those are my 3 top picks. They're all AI agents. Those are my 3 top picks. You can buy them on DEXs. They're not. You can't really buy them on centralized exchanges. Only Wisp you could buy it at L Bank, but Aria and Leah you could only buy them like on Radium or on DEXs like that, like Phantom. Like Solana based DEXs. Now I'll give you 2 microcaps that are not that are not only on DEXs that you could buy like on like on Binance, Coinbase, crypto.com, like Robinhood, those kind of exchanges. My number 4 pick would be Pengu, PNGU, or the Pudgy Penguin token. Current price is 0.0106, so basically a penny. Can't really go wrong with it. It does have a high market cap. I mean, it does have $671 million market cap. But I mean, it is one of these tokens that started with a high market cap. So I still think it could still do really good. Probably do like a 50x tops. But it could still do really good from its all-time low of 0.0037. I think it could do a 50x. Current circulating supply is $62.9 billion. Total supply is 76.7 billion, and the max supply is 88.9 billion. It's got a lot of good volume. Trading volume is at $200 million dollars. So that's why I definitely think Pudgy Penguin is going to do really good. I do believe there's over like 500,000 holders. It's very popular. A lot of people are holding Pudgy Penguin, so I definitely think it's going to do this good this cycle. It's a meme coin. And it's it's one of these meme coins that's very popular. It's the Pudgy Penguins. And so you can buy it on Binance, Coinbase, Robinhood, Gate.io, OrangeX, BitUnex, OKX, like I said, Coinbase, Bybit, LBank, KuCoin, CoinW, BitGet, Kraken, XC.com, Crypto.com, Hotcoin. I mean, you can basically buy it anywhere. It's one of these like popular coins that you can buy anywhere. So definitely it's just it's just a meme coin basically. Basically Pudgy Penguin, PNGU is the official coin of Pudgy Penguins. Pudgy Penguins has become the face of crypto with one of the most influential communities in the industry. From large companies wearing the penguin to being featured on ETF commercials to garnering millions of followers and over 100 billion views. The Pengu has become a cultural icon, making Pengu the world's social currency. Pengu allows for the ever-expanding Pudgy Penguin fan base and the hundreds of millions of people outside of crypto that share the Pudgy Penguin every day. To join the huddle, Pengu is a symbol for the community, memes, and good vibes. Believe in Pengu, believe in the prophecy. So that's their logo. That's their slogan. Believe in the Pengu, believe in the prophecy. That's a funny slogan. So definitely don't miss out on Pengu, the Pudgy Penguin token. It's at a penny right now. The all-time high let's see what the all-time high was. The all-time high for this was at 0.06, so it was at 0.068, so almost 7 cents, and the all-time low was 0.003, so about a third of a penny. It's only 188% up from the all-time low, so you're not late right now. I mean, most meme coins are up massively. They're all way up higher. So Pengu is a laggard. So I mean, and it's very popular. That's why I'm buying a lot of Pengu. Still a micro cap. Maybe if it's not a micro cap, it's a small cap. Again, the market cap is 671 million. Yeah, so it's not a micro cap at all. Actually, it's like a medium cap, 670. It's like a small cap, $671 million market cap already. But being so popular, and because it already started with the high market cap, because it's got a lot of the supply, the circulating supply is high. I do believe it could probably do a 50x, from the all-time low. So if it could probably get to somewhere like 37 cents. The all-time low is 0.0037. So, it could probably get somewhere around like 20 to 30 cents. And right now it's about a penny. So it could probably do about a 20 to 30x from the price of today. So don't miss out on Pengu, the Pudgy Penguin token. Again, the ticker is PNGU. And my fifth market cap that I'm buying is Fort with the ticker FORT. It's called Forta, but the ticker is FORT. And again, you can buy this on DEXs, but you could also buy on Coinbase, Binance, Bybit, Bitmart, Mexi, Gate.io, KuCoin, Uniswap. So you can buy this on Coinbase and Binance and KuCoin, a lot of the tier 1 exchanges. So that's why I'm giving you Pengu and a Fort that you could buy a Binance and Coinbase, like popular exchanges, not just DEXs, in case you don't know how to use DEXs. But my top three, again, my number 1 is Aria, my number 2 is Wisp, my number 3 is Leah, my number 4 is Pengu, and my number 5 is Fort. But it's a really good one. Fort, it's still a low cap or micro cap. It's only a $41 million market cap. The total supply, max supply is the same at $1 billion. And the circulating supply is 570 million. So it's about, half. But I don't think there's any unlock schedule. So I think you'll be safe. No unlock schedule right now. So you'll be okay. I don't think the team's going to dump on you or anything like that. The all-time high was 96 cents, which was made on June 15, 2022. And the all-time low is 6 cents, which was made on April 7, 2025, just 30 days ago. So right now, being at 7 cents, you're only at a 16% off the low. So if you bought right now, not financial advice, don't buy or sell anything because I say so, because anybody says so. But if you bought right now, you're only buying about 16% off the low. So that's why I'm buying a lot of Forta or Fort. The ticker is FORT. Again, you can buy it at Coinbase, Binance, KuCoin, those kind of places. And, it's basically at its all-time low, only 60% off the low. So, I mean, it's a really good buy right now. And I think it'll do good this cycle. I mean, it's basically, in case you don't know, Fort is the leading decentralized security solution for Web3, backed by major players like Coinbase and AI16Z, providing AI-powered real-time threat prevention for DeFi. Forta Firewall is a flagship product. It is the first AI-powered on-chain security and compliance solution that proactively blocks harmful activity while allowing legitimate transactions to proceed uninterrupted. This security by default approach protects user funds without compromising usability. Unlike traditional security solutions that react after an attack, Forta Firewall stops malicious transactions before execution at the RPC level. So, I guess it's like a firewall. I believe, a lot of exchanges like Coinbase and Phantom Wallet and a bunch of other ones, are using it. So that's why I think it'll do really good, especially Coinbase is backing it, and also AI16Z is backing it. AI16Z is basically the company behind ELIZA, and virtual protocol, the ELIZA OS, and virtual protocol. So it's backed by heavy hitters. So I definitely think with the low market cap of 41 million, I think it could probably do at least like a 50x. It could probably get to like a $800 million market cap. Basically a little bit under a billion. So could probably do a 50x. If things went really well. I mean, nobody really knows. We're gonna have a great bull run, but if we do have a massive bull run, like I think we are, I do believe Florida could do a 50x. It's already being used by security. It hasn't really had a run. It came out, in the bear market last, cycle in 2022. So that's why I think it could do a really good run this cycle. So again, right now at 7 cents, it's only 60% off the all-time low of 6 cents. So I mean, it's a great buy. That's why I'm DCAing to 4. That's my number 5th pick. Again, I'll go over it again. My number 1 pick right now that I'm buying, that I'm DCAing to, is ARIA with the ticker ARIA, AI agent. My number 2 pick is WISP with the ticker WHISP, also an AI agent. My number 3 pick is LEA with the ticker LEA, another AI agent. Those are all really super micro caps. ARIA's at a $1.4 million market cap. WISP is at a $600,000 market cap, under $1 million market cap, and LEA is at a $3 million market cap. And my number 4 pick is Pengu, PNGU. Ticker is PEN. The ticker is PENGU. It's the Pudgy Penguin token. The market cap is higher already. It's at $670 million market cap. But I do believe it's very popular and it could do really, really good this cycle. So that's why I'm definitely buying a lot of Pengu, because it's a meme coin and we all know what meme coins could do. And my number 5 pick is, like I said, is Fort with the ticker FORT, and that one is a $41 million market cap. Also going to do really good. Backed by Coinbase and AI16Z. It's backed by heavy hitters, so you can't go wrong with them. So those are my 5 picks. Again, just to recap, Bitcoin right now, current price of Bitcoin is at $96,551. Basically, it's just going sideways. The Jerome Powell FOMC meeting rate decision was a nothing burger. Nothing was changed. There was no rate hike and there was no rate cut. Basically, everything stayed the same. Big old nothing burger. This is what the market expected. So everything is basically at a standstill. All the altcoins are the same price. XRP is at $2.11. Ethereum's basically at $1,800. BNB is at $5.95. Sol's at $1.45. Doge is at 17 cents. Tron's at 24 cents. ADA's at 65 cents. Sui's at $3.25. Chainlink's at $13. AVAX is at $19. Leo is at $8.70. XLM is at 25 cents. TON is at $2.99, basically $3. SHIB is at 0.4012. HBAR is at 17 cents. Bitcoin Cash is at $3.57. And Hype is at $20. And the last one I'll do is LTC is at $88. Well, I'll do one more, DOT, $3.89. So everything's just going sideways. The fear and greed is at 53. It's at neutral. Nobody's greedy. Nobody's fearful. So everything, is just neutral. And the altcoin index is 27. And just my final thoughts before I end the video. I do believe, right now is the time to buy. Whether you're going to buy Bitcoin or altcoins. I do believe the Bitcoin, local low came in at 74,000 on April 8th. I do believe that's the local low. we might dip down to like 90K, maybe 88K to make a higher low. But I don't think we're gonna make a lower low. I don't think we'll go under 74K. I do believe the bottom is in. The local bottom is in at 74K. We'll start making lower highs. We might make another lower high. Either at 90,000, maybe all the way down to 88K. But I don't think we'll dip below 74K. So the time to buy is right now. I do believe most of the altcoins have bottomed out. If you're waiting for super lower prices, I don't think they'll come. I mean, if Bitcoin does dip all the way to 88K, I mean, you might see like a 5, 10, 15% dip on your favorite altcoin. It's not going to be much more than that. So I mean, the risk to reward is very in your favor to buy right now, because let's just say Bitcoin starts ripping tomorrow. You might have to be chasing green candles and buying at higher prices. So it's probably not worth waiting for lower prices right now. That at the most you might see Bitcoin dip to 88K and your favorite altcoin dip 10-15% than the price right now. But if we don't see that dip and Bitcoin and the altcoins start ripping, then you'll have to pay the price and chase green candles, and buy in at higher prices. The Bitcoin dominance is at 65.45%. Last cycle, the Bitcoin dominance topped off at 70%. So we're almost at 70%. I don't know if we're gonna get to 70%. Maybe 65.45% is the top this cycle, or maybe we'll go to 68%, or maybe we'll top off at 70% again. But we're pretty high. So we're the Bitcoin dominance is pretty high. So I do expect the Bitcoin dominance maybe to go up a little bit more, maybe to 68%, and then we'll probably start dropping off, and the altcoins will, once the Bitcoin dominance starts going down again, the altcoins will start going up again. So that's pretty much it. Again, just to recap, the FOMC meeting was a nothing burger. Jerome Powell did not cut rates and did not raise rates. He wasn't hawkish. He wasn't bullish. He wasn't hawkish. He wasn't dovish. So everything's at a standstill right now. Bitcoin's at $96,600. So everything is just at a standstill right now, just going sideways. All right, but that's pretty much it. This Top Crypto Bull signing off. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Think about joining the Patreon. Only $10 to join the Patreon. Great price. This Top Crypto Bull, and I'll see you the next one.